Good evening, and welcome back to Stationeers. Tonight we are going back for some Brutality on Venus. Yeah, I missed yesterday because things going on. And by the time I got home, I didn't have the energy to deal with it. So I'm just that good, guys. So I'm on Discord listening to the foos. Oh. Cognition low. Alright, so tonight we are going to try to get LArRE hooked up here. Yep, the fools. Let's see. Oh, how are we doing on wheat? Flour, I mean, yeah, should harvest some of that. Make some flour. I do need to grab the seed off of the switchgrass as well, because that's what I'm going to be growing in the basement. I mean, that's what people grow in the basement, right? Grass. That's right there. Boom, boom. Whoops. Close the door. Eventually, I'll plant those watermelons. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. Got that made. Actually, that was 5 short. Okay, we're going to save these seeds, because we're going to use those to seed the crops downstairs. We can get the water production, well, actually alcohol production, because it's not directly water anymore. Ow! Oops! My goodness. There we go. That's 142. Really good. Am I loading the... What's going up or going down? 928, 927. It's cooling down. Is that left over from when I polluted the... Nope, went back up. I forget. There's 0.4. There we go. Let's go deliver these... Wrong side. Wrong side. I forgot my... The greenhouse is over this way. Or the production greenhouse, not the real greenhouse.
Temperature high.
Woo! Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's warm in there.
Temperature high. Oxygen low.
What the heck? I got stuck in the wall. That was interesting. Alright, so, do I have a feed point for the... I do not. I do not. So that's a shredder, that's fuse, that's... goodness. Is the input? That's import. That's export. So this is where it would come, so there, up and over. So I need to get it into... Oh, this pipe. So this is where we need to preload it. Let's do this. Ah, shoot. Quite literally. I forgot to shoot. Oop. Okay. Well, actually, that doesn't matter. Let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Where the... Oh, there we go. There it is. Shit. Oh, boy. I forgot that I put all my chutes in my backpack there. Okay. Actually... kind of... Why is it warm in here? Is it sensible temperature in here? Okay, yeah, sensible in here. Set to 20. There we go. We're down. Okay. I still need to do the steel. $25. Why? Oh, I remember why this is set to 25. It's because it's connected to the rest of the base. And since I got the greenhouse wide open. 25, okay. Alright. It is running away temperature-wise in here because I've got the doors open to the hot room. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have... Do I have got a... I got an ammo kick sitting around. There it is. Good. Color... Color... I'm so lost. Yeah, there we go. Am I missing is it here? Nope, that's face change. Where did I put all my... Huh. I don't know what I did with it. I'll do that. Iron sheets, there it is, iron sheets. Boom. Actually, I don't know if I've got the other stuff plugged in. Oh, wait, no. You know what? We're not going to worry about it right now, because that's going to be a problem. Sheet 2, so don't... Yeah, keep that there, keep that there. Alright. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah.
Temperature high.
Whoops. Yeah, there we go.
Oxygen low.
Ooh, I don't have a frame, do I? See, I forget everything all the time. I need a frame. If I put the air conditioner upstairs. Let's go get the frames. Yeah, I guess taking a full stack with me, even though I need like one. I put the air conditioner up here, because I've already got the cooling pipe up there. Whee! I don't know why the frame rate's so low, but... So here's the pipe. What are we dealing with here? Shoot. Okay, that's going to be the... There we go. Let's drop that. Just so I can put the cooling down. There we go. There! There we go! Get this started. Do that. And boom. There we go. So that's the waste heat. So this will be the cool. Now, go ahead and let's do that. I think I can get away with that, but we'll see. And I'll put the pipe here. Water. That's a start. There we go. I don't need a power chute. I just need a regular chute. Jeez. Oh, wrong button. Don't hit H. 2, 2. Junction. Right, it goes like this. That. Let's do this. Can come on, come on, come on. There it is. Okay, so this is going to be a little strange. Have to play a little bit of basketball to prime the system. Input, input, inlet. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're going to sort the... Yeah, so the way I'm going to do this... Switchgrass. So I'm going to put this in the hash... It's a hash generator. I didn't even need to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... Switch... Grass... What? Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, wrong button. We can do here, just put a regular memory in. It's fine. So we'll go ahead and we'll set the memory this way. I was kind of hoping with the logic chip I could just, or the hash generator, I could plug in the switch. This is a logic one, isn't it? Hopefully. Logic sorter, good, okay. Now these are going to be independent of each other, so I don't know if I actually need to do anything. Let's see, is it going to be... It's going to control grow lights on the timer. They're probably going to be static. Yeah, so we got the grow lights. We're going to have import bin and export bin, a sorter, and a LArRE. And I think that's, well, there's a stacker up here, but that just needs to be on. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yep, stackers. So I have to make sure that I set these stackers properly. Manually, I can turn them on with a chip. That's no problem. So let's do that. Do that. Okay. Import editor. So we're gonna alias. No, we're gonna define a hash for a sorter one. Sorter. Actually, just I don't know why I did that. I just need sorter. It was the stacker that I was thinking of. Hey, creative. Hydrocarbon. Yeah. Actually, I'm yeah, calling it hydrocarbons as general for fuel. Time to won't be able to hear anything. Oh, good luck feeding the cows. Sorter. Grow lights. Grow lights. Grow lights. Boom, grow lights. LArRE. LArRE. Sorter. Memory chip. Define. Stacker 1. Define. Stacker reverse. Stacker and stacker reverse because I don't know if I've got them either way. Import bin. Import. Import bin. Define. H bin output. Export bin, and we do this. Yeah, there we go. It's yeah, okay. So shoot bin and then shoot export bin. The way actually I'm going to do this bin seed. Bin import. Actually, this would technically be an output. Bin dump. Yeah, there we go. We'll do that. We got LArRE, got the grow lights, got the sorter. Okay, define time. What time? Lights on. Lights on. Timer. Timer for lights. That's actually going to be an alias. R0. Define timer on 600. Define timer off at 900. Yeah, so in theory that's 10 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So, yeah. I think we'll try that. I think I can do a little bit more. Let's just look at switchgrass, because that's what we're going to be growing, at least in this lane. It wants 5 per... Yeah, so 10 light per day, 5 darkness. Okay, so this will work. Yep. This will go. Okay. Ooh. This is going to be interesting because any yielding I do. So set batch H stacker 1 on 1, H stacker 2 on, sorter on, we'll turn Larry on as well. I feel like I should also set him back to 0. I think. Now, if the arm is extended, this won't work, but we'll work on that later. Probably should set batch H bin dump on, H bin seed on. Memory chip doesn't need to be on. I'm not touching the grow lights. Move. Yeah, one moment. Stephanie MIDI 1 byte. I'll type it. It's hard. It's a bite. It's a mouthful. I believe Idaho. Yeah. At the time. That was supposed to be muted. Oh well. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got the timer. Let's start with that. I don't know what this is going to do. So we're going to go main. We're going to yield. Jump back to main. Now... do. Okay. I need a quick button to mute Discord and everything. If I do two, there's a problem I have here. Let's just jump to light check. Okay, so what we're going to have here is timer lights. So this is going to... I don't know for sure how this is going to work. Because I don't know how much time is going to be ate up in the loop. Let's see. We're good there, all that stuff. So the first thing is we're going to set less than. So R15, we're going to set R15 if A is less than B. So A is going to be our timer lights. B is going to be timer on. So, yeah. So this will turn our lights on or off. So now I can set batch to device hash grow lights. And this will be related to R15. Okay, so timer, setback. Select timer. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's add timer lights. I really wish there was an increment command, because that would just... This obviously does the same thing. It just feels clunky. But what we got here? Set grow lights. We're going to increment the timer. Now, okay. Do I just do a double yield at the top? I really should do just a double yield at the top. Which I think could be the same as sleep 1, but I don't know how that reacts. But there we go. So timer lights, timer lights. Now we want to select. Oh, hang on. Set greater than. How do I want to reset? Set less than. Well, reset R15. So set less than if. Hang on. Select. B if A is non-zero, otherwise C. So we want to set, actually let's set, greater than. There we go. So if our timer lights is greater than timer off, then we will have timer lights. Timer lights. Okay. Nope, this is R14. If B is non-zero, that actually should be. Oh. Okay, timer lights. Timer lights, timer lights. So A is non-zero, otherwise. Register is... Dang it, I keep reading this wrong. A is what we're testing against. So if A is non-zero, we want B. So non-zero would be 1, which is going to be reset. Otherwise, we're going to set to lights. There we go. So that'll reset it if it rolls off. And we jump back. So there we go. I could do that all in the top. And if I need to reclaim, at this point it would be two lines. 3 lines, actually. 1, 2, 3. because I'd take this and throw that in there. That wouldn't be a problem. Maybe I should do that. I'm just going to do that. Yep, there we go. Light check, there we go. We'll do that. Okay. Okay, so that does that. So this will get the lights turning on and off. Also, let's see. Let's load batch from in R15 our memory hash from our memory chip. Setting and average, because there's only going to be one chip, doesn't matter. Average, sum, maximum, minimum. Well, I think that'd be fine. So, in which case, now we know what we're going to set. So, logic sorter. Now I forget exactly how this needs to be written. Okay, we need to write 256 bytes. I'll go prefab hash equals, prefab hash not equals, sorting class, sorting slot, quantity compare, limit execution by count. So we probably want prefab hash equals 1. So we'll take the hash and shift it left. I believe that's the way it goes. I believe we shift left. Shift left or shift right? Yeah, I think that's what it is. So if we shift right arithmetic, R15, the device hash here is, oh, yeah, R15. Not right, left, shift left. That'll be 8. We and R15, and we're going to grab this, sorter instruction. Sorter instruction prefab hash equals. This should work, and then we put, oh, device. I need the reference ID for this thing, so for the sorter. Okay, so R15, there we go. Load batch R14. This is going to be device hash. It's going to be the sorter, and this will be the reference ID sum. So that should give me the reference ID. We're going to put it into 0 in the R15. So our shifted, this is our filter. That's going to happen every single time. I don't know if that really needs to happen or just on initialization. I feel like just initialization is all that really needs to happen. Because I don't feel that I'm really going to be cranking that around while we are in production. And if I do, I would reset it. So let's go ahead and turn sorter on after that, just in case. Maybe the same with stackers. Boom, boom, boom. The bins probably don't really matter because they're after the fact anyway. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go. Okay, so there we go. So light check, we've already got the assignment. Sorter assignment. Okay, there's that. Okay, so we got the light check. We've got the sorter set. What other functions do we need to have here? We got light screw one. Does it go automatically? Wait a minute. Did I got this hooked up, right? Is it hooked up? That's missing a transformer. It's because I need them all. I feel like I am not hooked up. And up here... Correct! I don't have this hooked up. Okay. Alright, so let's go and... Oh. Need that there. Do I want to do it? I probably want to do an active. Ooh, that's a good question. How do I want that powered? How do I want that powered? That's a good question. It's always something. Power me up. Take the suit off. How are we doing on waste tank? Third full. Oh. Dang it. Just drop 200 of that. Now, if I've got the stuff to make it, is a different story entirely. Copper. Need 100 of each. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay. Let's put that in there. Good, there's that. Power vent? Don't have a power vent. Not a power vent, an active vent. Power vent's a little overkill for what we need. That was for filling the coolant line here. Which I could put a little bit more in there. Actually, at this point, that would be good. Because as the pressure or temperature goes up, the pressure increases too. So. Go. That's slow. What else do we need? Eventually, I want to do more with that. I think I might actually take a break and let some of these print out while I wait. I need to go fill my coffee cup and open a window. So enjoy staring at a machine while we wait. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like we have a stack of cable. That is good enough to get me going. Good enough to get me going. Yeah, we are making a little bit of progress on the temperature in the room. Actually, let's throw down the vents that we need. I don't necessarily have the chip. Ah, shoot. Shoot. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. That will get us our pressure differential now. Do I want to plug into the main? Or do I want to plug into... I could probably plug into the cooling side of things. That'd probably be fine. But to do that... Yeah, right there. Let's do that. There we go. So get me over here. And you stick up. There's that. Now let's wrap it around here. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. There we go. Ooh. I think this will work, but I don't know. Okay, let's turn this on. 20, it's fine. Inward. Kick it on. So that works. That looks like it's doing something. Yeah, it won't let me see that. There we go. Okay. Well, if that's 10 kilojoules cooling, that should help with some of the... I love the funky way that that's set up. I need to adjust my OBS because I can't read anything in my chat window. Not that there's much to read at the moment, but there we go. Okay. -10, that is for my O2, which is running hot. Running hot. So we have it coming down temperature-wise. 283. So okay, so it'll come down to 10 degrees with this. Oh. Yeah, so this is actually cooling the O2, which is cooling the cooling line. Whatever. This will be a little bit excessive for the moment, but whatever. I'll write a... Or I'll, yeah, write a chip for that later. At least for now. Okay. Shoot, I forgot to grab the walls to put that on. I guess technically speaking, I could drop it down a little bit if I wanted, but... Okay. Dang it! Of course, of course, of course. I forgot to hook up this line. I think this will be enough. There. There we go. Okay. Ah, stop trying to grab the contents. That automatically goes. If I drop that in... Okay. I guess technically speaking, I could face load it with these. Okay, so these also need to check. So that's important to know. So we need to check. So set greater than R15.
Hunger caution.
Our hash is... Oh, wait a minute. Low batch, R15. Hash... What? Bin seed? Occupied, some average? Some maximum? Maximum. I guess it doesn't matter. They're going to be independent anyway. Actually, so set batch H bin seed open R15 is okay. Do I have my config? Yeah, there we go. Open is 1, so I need to, oops, turn that off. And this needs to be inverted because if it is occupied, yeah, so not, right? Do I want to not? Set equals 0, R15. So if it's occupied, then we want it to be 1. Otherwise, we want it to close. Boom, I think that'll work. So that should keep that clear. This doesn't matter. So then it's just the LArRE at this point. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. Turn this on. The lights should have turned on. Lights should have, dumbass, turned on. Now I know why they didn't. That's okay. There is also something I wanted to do here, and that was set db setting equal to timer lights. There. That's what I want. Okay, do that. Boom. Lights should have turned on. Incorrect variable at line 40. So let's see what I goofed up at line 40. Bin. That's probably a slot actually, so import bin. R15 slot index is going to be 0. Slot type. There we go. That will probably work. There we go. We got lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. So we got lights. Got light. Oh. Oh, that's a seed bin, you dum-dum. Let's try that. Edit. There we go. Okay. Did I have, no, on the 12th, okay. Edit. Load blocks from the seed bin. We don't want the seed bin, no. We want the dump bin. There we go. There we go. Okay, it went out this way. Should have went in that way. Through. Some dumbass has that wrong. No, wait, no, that's actually correct. Yeah. Yeah, because that would be there going into the sorter. Logic sorter. Logic sorter should have come out there into there. Let's make sure it didn't end up over here. Didn't. Should be over there. Okay. Overflow. Okay. Not exactly sure where my that's correct. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. In there. Where did my... Okay. What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. I don't understand where my seeds are. Did they get... If they would have ended up over here, they would have ended up here. Oh, it's, you know what? It's in the recycler. It's in the recycler. There we go. Solved. Switchgrass seed. Why does it spit out? Did I miss... What? Did I set this wrong? You don't want to switch right? Not and. We want to OR it. Or add it to it. There. Let's try that. Okay, let's dump that. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so numbnuts. Don't and it or it. Because anding obviously zeroes everything else out except for 0, 1.
Hydration critical.
Okay, let's go eat, drink, and be merry. We can actually write code if we want. Let's not forget. Temperature has come down. Let me go grab the wall that I need. I need a wall. Not important what wall, it's just a wall. So I can mount that stupid transformer. Okay, come over here, eat, drink, be merry. that. How we doing? Switchgrass ready to go? Switchgrass is ready to go. That's good. There we go. That's what we want. More switchgrass. Unfortunately, you can't plant the fruit, so you have to have the seed. But on the plus side, you don't have to use the seed. Yeah, that. Bam, 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 bam. Ah! Oh, okay, we got the seed. That's what I want. I would like to avoid using my stash here, but depending on how long it takes me. Cocoa seeds? I need more cocoa seeds. So let's grab that cocoa seeds, restock the shells. At some point I would love to make it so that I have like individual temperature control for each. I should say atmospheric control, temperature and otherwise, for the individual lanes, but if I do that, I'd probably go too wide just so I have some walking room, because, yeah. Last time I tried doing that, it was a nightmare. And then maybe have it programmable for light and dark. Don't need any more there. Let's check the seed stash. Everybody's good. Eventually I will plant. I think I got enough. I could throw another light down. Call it good. You're still going? No, I threw more at you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. We have gotten our chip. Don't need a chip. Yeah, I'm really pushing the limits of the system here. Look at that, I can actually get in the room now before I start getting warm. And then wall. 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 There we go. Put the wall on. Is that good enough? It is. There we go. There we go. Can I? Can't put it on the inside, so it's got to be on the outside. Okay. Good to know. There we go. Do that. Do that. There's one more. Okay, there we go. Do that. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. That's looking promising. Awesome. That is looking promising. So, I've got 20-something seeds in there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in parts. So we got 32, give or take 33. So I may need to grab some of the seed, but that is only if I actually have a. Oh, do I have the? Oh, good. I don't have the air conditioning on. Good. I don't have to replant. Oh, that's a good question. How do I make determination? Okay. So there's a couple things we got to work with. So we're going to look at the hydroponics device. We're just going to do device because it'll get us what we need to know. So we're going to logic slide 0 and 1. What's 0 and 1? Plant and fertilizer. We can't read the fertilizer. Would be nice to actually be able to read the fertilizer. But the way LArRE works, LArRE.hydroponics, that's the kit. LArRE.hydroponics. So he can read the target slot. So that is literally just the plant. We can't read the fertilizer slot, unfortunately. So 0, 1 would be this. Idle. Position X. So for LArRE, we need setting and then position X, idle, and let's see what else. Probably active. Wait a minute. Target slot index. Target. What is target slot index? Slot index that the target device that this target will try to interact. Ooh, wait a minute. We can read the fertilizer. Oh, yeah. So we would set this to 1. Nice. I didn't realize that was there. Perfect. Well, that would come in handy. So maybe that's for future. Ah, that's freaking awesome. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Extended. Cool. That's awesome to know. So anyway, so setting, position, idle, and of course we will write and activate. And then for the target slot over there, that's when we read the hydroponics device. And here we're going to need to know, let's see. I think occupied is going to be a thing, possibly, quite possibly. Growth, no, not growth isn't important. Mature and seeding. And I forget how those go. Mature and seeding. And then health. Health might be a thing. I think health. And that is for clearing a dead plant, I believe. I believe I can fly. So maybe okay, here's we'll leave it down to 2. This will make it a little. Okay, so what we're going to have is we're going to need to alias station. Whoa. Index station, right? R1. So we're going to move I station to 0. So we're going to reset it to 0, send it back to 0. That's the idea anyway. And then we'll go here. So now Larry loop. So the first thing is we need to check for idle. So load batch R15 Larry idle sum. Average? Minimum? Maximum? I don't know. So jump. So if it is idle, it will be 1. So branch equals 0. Main. Oh, R15. There we go. So R15 is going to be 1 if it is idle. So if it is equal to 0, which is not 1, we'll jump back to main. We're going to skip this until it's ready. So now load batch R15 Larry position X maximum. It shouldn't really matter because there's only one Larry. So position X. So this is where it actually is, and then the quote-unquote index iStation. So iStation. If this is greater than R15, then we need to reset. Right? And if we reset it, how do we do this? Okay. Yeah, we need to reset it if it is beyond this. Hey, good evening, creative. Hope everything went there. Probably running out of daylight to make hay. You're not making hay, I know, but. So what we got? R15 is our position. iStation is where we want to be. If iStation is greater than R15, means we hit the end of the rail. We need to go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. How do we want to do this? We want to probably do a select. Oh, hang on. Set greater than would we reset? Set greater than. So, I forget. Select. How does select work again? Select B if it's non-zero. If it's 0, C. So it doesn't actually matter. So set greater than, we're going to call it R15. It's going to be. Let's do R14. Just in case I need to read. Nah. R15 is volatile at this point. Set greater than. So if set greater than iStation is greater than R15, so the actual position. So this would indicate reset. So select iStation. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Reset. Yeah, let's just do that. So branch greater than 0. Actually, we don't even need to do that. Let's just do branch greater than. So if A is greater than B, so iStation is greater than position, jump to reset. Loop. Reset Larry. That's what we're going to call it. Reset Larry. That's what we'll do. Reset Larry. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. So that will jump us back. That'll set the station back to 0. Set it back to 0. Actually, first station. So let's define Station 0's home. Station... I need an Omni thing. Station 1 is seed. Or, yeah. 0 is home. 1 is seed. 2 is export. First seed. We'll define. You know what? I'm gonna step outside closer to the up here. So we're programming LArRE again. You know what? Actually, I just had a thought. Do I have water in these pipes? Before we get too crazy. Don't I have pipes here? I got 11 liters. Okay, so we do this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. There we go. Okay. You're poorly, but I think that's just... There we go. Get it started. We'll have two stations rather, that are being LARRE'd. Oh. We're doing pretty good. Temperature's coming down to a reasonable temperature. Sooner, later. There we go. Boom, boom. We're still challenging here. Oh, we are at the maximum temperature here. I really need to write the digital. Ooh, hey, good. We're gonna have a storm here. How far away? 3 minutes. 3 minutes away. That's good. I'm gonna go in here. Why do I get stuck in cables? It's weird. 25, and we're doing the itchy twitchy because of that, and yeah, all the screwed up stuff that entails. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this back up. Okay, so reset LArRE. There we go. So let's define station home. 0, define station. Come on, you piece of seed 1. Come on, what is going on? So now I get to go mix calf milk, come back to the barn, feed 15 calves, and come back to the house, mix another bucket of milk to feed the last 9 calves. That sounds like a heck of a job. Sounds like a job for LArRE. If only. Well, I guess there are worse things that could be done. Define station first. Yeah, so these will change. Define station fertilizer. I'm going to define that as 3, even though it's not going to get used. Or I'll at least do that. Speaking of LArRE, I got bulk printing with cargo LArRE all done and supplied with ingots. Awesome! That's probably what I should do, is a cargo LArRE for supplying my orders to go with my auto furnace. That sounds like a good combination of things. Okay, so station home. Alright, so we have actual position. We will have... You know what? Actually... Yeah. So what do we want to do? If it's... Okay, so there's the thing. So let's check LArRE station. So station home. If it's a station home, we want to go to station first. Let's see, station dump all. Dump contents. I haven't done the auto supply with the printers and everything is done yet. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to go through it. My auto smelter, I think I've got it tweaked now that I won't have any problems, but I need to verify that. The other thing that I haven't done with my auto smelter is figure out a way to deal with steel, because steel can be used as an input on some of the ingots, as you know, and it's going to be an output as well. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. If I'm going to split it or something like that. I'll probably split it and then have an overflow, cross overflow. I don't know. Let's see, dump contents if hand is full. Otherwise, return to iStation. That's... This is... Oh, wait, no. Now, this version of LArRE doesn't need to go get the seed after I take a dump. Let's see. Could have like a backup of steel ingots, and let's say 5 ingots, and it makes at least 3. It'll make 1 batch of advanced alloy. Yeah, that's true. Pick up 1 seed if hand is empty. Then return to iStation. Right? Because there's no point in it actually just sitting at home. Station first. Now, station... let's see, otherwise. So, let's start here. Station home goes to station first. So, let's branch relative, and we'll leave that as is. Branch relative. Jump relative? Yeah, branch relative. Station equals 0. Equal. R15 is equal to station home. Branch relative not equal. Not equal. If we're not at home, jump X. Or simply have an IC code, make a batch of steel, and have it go back to the input to... Yeah. That's true. I could have it do a cyclical. I could have it place an order for steel and say deliver it. That's a good thought. So branch relative not equal to... Yeah, R15 not equal to station home. This will skip. Otherwise, we set batch. Yes, okay. I had a brain fart there. Setting equal to station first, and move iStation. No, don't move iStation, right? Maybe. Yeah, because if it's sitting at home, that means it was sent home. iStation's going to be home, so it needs to go to the first one. Gotcha. So in this case, we move iStation equal to station first. Okay. So we need to jump 1, 2, 3. There we go. Station. Go farming. go. That got that done. Okay, so this is where we would check if it's the dump station. Now, at this point, we're also going to branch relative, not equal, R15 station dump. We're going to leave this blank for now. So, if our hand is full, we want to dump. So let's load batch. I need to keep R15. R15 is volatile, but not super volatile at this point. So load batch R14 H Larry slot. And what's Larry's hand? I believe it's 0. I believe it's 0, but I want to be sure. Yep, arm slot is 0. So we want to delete slot occupied, batch mode. Some doesn't matter. Okay. So we're checking here. So this will be 0 if it's empty. It'll be set otherwise. We need to activate if it's set. So, right. So, set batch H Larry. Activate equal to R14. Now, if it is empty, it'll just be R14. How do we want to do this? On my first world, I did make auto alloying, but it didn't auto input ores, so I put the needed ores in. If I miscount, then I got to redo it. I think one time I was forced to make a batch of 16K steel. Yeah, I ran into that problem too. I was trying to use the. So what I found is that the silos had an unreliable. You would assume at max it would dump one item per tick, but I was having where it would sometimes dump an extra one, so it would like mix the tick, and it would follow my mix. So I had to resort to using digital valves with the automatic flip-flops, not the valves, and have it do it based on count passing through there. And then I had to do one out of the silo too, so if I accidentally dumped another one, it would shoot back through and resort and not end up in the furnace. So it took a little while, but I think I finally worked out all the kinks on that system. So how do we want to do this? So let's activate. Trying to figure out how. I don't know how condensed I really need to make this. Depends on what I end up doing. Can I throw in a couple of these just to... There we go. Just gonna tighten this up a little bit. I don't know if that's necessary. I got free lines there. Damn. Oh, I also stacked all my normal ingots to, I think, 300 because... Simply because iron to make steel. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so slot 0, occupy, this would be 1, activate. If I had to activate it, so now I did read that there was something there. If this is 0, we want to return to ice station. If it's 1, we'll skip. So branch relative greater than 0 actually. If R14 is greater than 0, this will dump past the next line or two. Actually, branch relative, hang on. If we force it to activate, we need to... Yeah, not branch relative. Let's just branch greater than 0. If R14 is greater than 0, we'll go back to main. Loop back. Bam. There we go. because we got to wait for the for it to be idle to do anything else, and we don't want to build up. It's a bit difficult to use 500 iron ingot to make steel. Yeah, because you have to use. I'd have to do the math, and my brain's not mathing at the moment. Quite a few stacks, I would imagine, and then you have to compensate with all the charcoal or coal. So at this point, we are unactivated. We are empty-handed, quite literally empty-handed. We need to return to ice station. So we will set. Oh yeah, set batch LArRE setting to I station. And then we need to jump back to main. So now we need to jump to 63 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines. Take a dump if needed. Okay, we'll stick those up there. Stick that out there. Okay. At this point, yeah, move to station, branch relative. You know what? This might actually, we set Larry to move. We move him. Then we actually need to jump back to main because he's going to be in motion. Yeah, so I need to actually branch relative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got the dump. So we dumped contents if the hands are full. Otherwise, we return to the station. Okay. In this case, now we are checking the... Yeah, if we are in station seed. So branch relative not equal R14 station seed. We're going to leave this there. So we're going to load slot R14 LArRE 0 occupied sum. You know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to, since I've had to read this twice now, I'm actually going to do this, preload it. There, we'll do that. And we got it. Yeah, there we go. So that saved a line. So we got R14 already here, so I gotta remember that. And that's if the hand is full. Jump back to main. Jump back to there. We aren't moving that. Station seed. Okay. So if the hand is equal to 0, if the hand is equal to 0, then we'll move to station. If the hand is not, then we need to activate. So if R14 is... Yeah, so if R14 is 1, we would not activate. So we need to invert it? Yeah, so we need to invert R14. So set equals 0. Yeah. So we're inverting R14 into R13. So at this point now, if the hand is occupied, 1, R13 is 0, which means we don't need to activate. So set bat LArRE, activate R14, 13. Okay. Branch greater than 0, R13, back to main. Here we go. Okay, so we picked up. But at this point, if our hand is empty, Now we're doing that. Now we need to return to the station. Okay, yeah. So set batch H LArRE setting I station jump main. There we go. So now we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. There we go. So let's do this. Needed. Grab a seat if needed. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So we've got the bare minimum. If it's home, go somewhere. If we're in the dump station, we need to unload and then move on. If we aren't, go back to ice station, that is. And then station seed. Grab seed. We need it. Good. Check out the timers. Otherwise, yeah. Dump. And LArRE loop. LArRE loop. LArRE loop. LArRE loop. There, we'll do that. Okay. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That saves a little bit. I don't have to put labels. Okay, so now we are dealing with a actual station underneath us. So get that, get that, get that. Okay. So what are the possibilities? We're going to have possibly an empty cell. We're going to have a growing cell. We're going to have harvesting. Yeah, empty, growing, harvesting. And if I remember right, seeding is... It's got 3 options. -1, 0, and 1. 1 is seeded. -1, I think, is it has seeded and been picked, or it's never seeded. Can I... Yeah, can I read... No, I cannot read these. Shoot. Okay. What's... Alright. Can't do that, right? Okay. Let me see. Don't run into the wall. I'd like to get hung up in the cabling, though. Hey, good evening there, XJ. How's it going?
Temperature high.
Whoops, I'm roasting myself here. Let me steal one of these hydroponic devices. Let's grab you. I could... Yeah, I could technically do that. Do that. Grab a seed, shove it in there. Grab a seed and shove it in there. Bam. Okay. Whoops. Let's try that. No, I had the right one. Darn it. Stupid. Hydroponics device is going to read... Oh, shoot. I need a slot reader, don't I? Slot read. Oh, I need that slot reader. Ah! Because yeah. Okay. Slot reader comes from the Logic I/O, so let's go get the Logic I/O chip. Logic I/O. Well, we are losing temperature in here, actually. Wow. Bonked myself there. Do I have Logic I/O? Logic I/O, Logic I/O, Logic I/O, Logic I/O. There we go. We'll go ahead and slot read. That'll be fine. I'll just use the chip to read. I could just read it right off the chip. I don't need an output device. Whee! Fall off the ladder. Okay. Oh, shoot. There's power right there. So I could... Can I... There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Hopefully I got enough...
Hunger caution.
Yeah, hunger caution. There we go. We got the input. I don't need an output. Okay. I can't see very well. There we go. Should give me power. Yeah. Wonder if having cargo LArRE deliver ore to centrifuges would be better FPS-wise than having chutes. You know, that's an excellent question. Slot. And I want to read the seating. Okay, so -1, never seated. Okay. Good to know. So I'm going to say growing seating is equal to -1 or not equal to 1. No. Harvesting a seed greater than 0. Growing seeding less than 1. Empty, occupied, so we know that one. Yeah. I guess depending on how big your base gets, FPS definitely becomes a concern. Okay. That's where to go. Okay, leave everything else in line. That's written. That's really okay. You also don't have anything written. Okay, so LArRE's not ready to go. These guys are going. Okay, let's go back up. We need to eat, drink, be merry. Look at that, it's 50 degrees. That's nice. Okay. We can almost get out of our suit. What am I doing here? This is not where we go to eat, drink, and be merry. Get stuck in them. Bam, bam. There would be no back up. Or like on Minus, I had a deep miner set up for each ore except cobalt, and it did take a bit of FPS away. I could imagine. Yeah, I imagine so. And then, yeah, that's definitely when there's stuff in the chutes, I imagine it would be a problem. But devs are also working in beta to fix chutes. Oh, that would be really nice. The other thing that I've been having going on recently, and I've never run into the issue before, is my silos. They don't... Sometimes it takes like, I don't know, 10 ticks to drop an item. And then other times they just go. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. There we go. Okay, let's pull this back up. So we've got... so we are working in the garden. So there's 2 states. So occupied equals 0 means go get a seed. Ooh. Growing mature. I might have to take a look at mature. Seeding. Okay, so seeding less than 1, growing. Skip me. And then in this case, then seeding greater than or equal to 0, harvesting. Yeah, in this order, I think this would work. My plant, LArRE checked for seeding and kept grabbing until no longer mature. Yeah, I think that would work too. Because seeding... Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with that too. Yeah. I ran into that with silos before. I had to feed the silos to vending machines and feed from vending out to processing. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, for my processes, it just kind of slows it down. It doesn't really kill it, but it's very interesting. I noticed it upstairs where I dump all my dirty ores. Those silos will take forever to empty. But when I'm like dumping the ores, they're degassed ores into my auto smelter, those go off like you're expected. So I don't know. Okay, so occupied equals 0, go get seed. So at this point we need to... R15 doesn't matter because that's the station it's at. Yep. Okay, so let's load batch slot. Okay, R15, device hash is going to be LArRE. 255, slot index is occupied. And so. Dirty ore has a lot of metadata. Okay. I could definitely see that. Let's see. Also, apparently you can make plant LArRE switch between arm slot and hand slot, so you'd be able to plant the seed instead of food. That'd be kind of neat. So I did see... My goodness, they're noisy on Discord. I saw this target slot index. And I don't know if that's slot index that the target device will try to... So I'm assuming... I could be incorrect. This could be the plant or the hydroponics device. because it's got 2 slots. It's got 0 for the plant, 1 for the fertilizer. I don't know if that's what it applies to, or if this is reading the source arm slot, hopper slot. And then there's extended, whatever extended means. Oh, wait a minute. This is read only, though. If that was right, I don't know. Can that actually be written to? I mean, it doesn't necessarily indicate it as such. That'd be nice. Let's see. Open. Open. Open? What? Open? What would open be on LArRE? I'm a little confused about that. Activate pushes the arm, well, makes the arm do something. Setting is the station. On, of course, we know. Open. Huh. Interesting. Occupied sum. So greater than or equal to 0. So equal to 0 is what we want. So branch relative greater than 0. Or 15. We're going to leave that. In this case, we're going to move. No, not move. We're going to set batch LArRE setting. So as station, set him to station seed. And then jump to main because we have to wait for the idle loop. So we're going to jump 3. Now 34. 1, 2, 3. Let's go get seed. Yeah, open the hand that's just drop crap on the floor, possibly. I mean, I wouldn't put it past. Ooh, that'd be a fun way, because do the STD hoppers collect stuff automatically? So you could literally have it throw it into a hole. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, so now we are checking if the plant is growing. So at this point, ooh, how do I want to do this in a loop that still respects the grow lights? Do I need a harvesting flag? Do I need a harvesting flag? Because seeding's going to go to. How does that go? So obviously it's -1 if it is never seeded. Does it stay 1 if you harvest a plant after it's seeded? I guess I'll have to figure that out. If that's the case, then we've got an easy one here. Maybe I'll write it. Yeah, so load batch slot R15 LArRE 255 seeding sum. Does not stay seeding? Okay, that's what I was worried about. Then I probably have to have a flag, because this is going to be going through, since it's controlling the grow lights, it's going to be going through this every, well, 2 ticks. So, right. But it can be mature and not seeded, so I have to find a way to wait until it's seeding to start the harvest. And as it's going through, I don't want it to think that it's all of a sudden growing again. So yeah, I'll have to put a harvesting flag in there. So, alias, flag, harvest. So this could cause a problem. So what we're going to do is grab a seed, take dump. Yeah, so let's do this. When we go to dump it, then we are going to move flag harvest 0. Okay, so we're going to reset the harvesting flag as soon as I'm done unloading, which could potentially be different. Probably in the initialization loop I should also set this to 0. Just now that might make... Yep, okay. So at this point... Okay, so seeding... How do I want to do this? In the most logical... Has to constantly go through this. Because there will be a case where seeding might actually be 0, but I'm in harvesting. And seeding will be... I'm assuming after it is fully... You know what? So mature... Greater than 0, and flag harvesting... Harvest more. Harvest more. Yeah, harvest more. Okay. I think this is the way. So this is how I would check that if I'm currently already doing it, I need to keep doing it until it's no more. So let's check mature. That's that. And we're going to and... Now, if you got a decent idea how I should go about this, feel free. Okay, so mature and let's see, 1. Ooh. Mature, -1. I don't want to necessarily do a bitwise and. That could be bad. Set equal... R15 is 1. Greater than 0. So, yeah. And then harvesting. So now I could do an and. Yeah. If I would absolutely do that if I didn't have the grow lights. I have the grow lights being controlled by the same script, so I'm trying to make sure that I keep the tick timer going. So I could do a separate control, and that wouldn't be a problem. I would absolutely do it that way. Just trying to figure out. Although, I mean, realistically, it would... let's see, with the hay, that's 16 unless it's fertilized, but we're not going to fertilize it right now. So 16 cycles. I think it's 32 ticks. So I could be extending a timer out by 15 seconds per, potentially, if I do it that way, which... If they all enter it in the same sequence, that could be... It could be a fair amount of time. So you can increase tray station number and then jump to start to control. Yeah. Station mature 1 and flag. So R14. Do I want to? Am I going to need R15 later? R14, I don't think. And flag harvesting. Flag harvest. That's seating. And we could technically set this to activate. Ooh. Okay. Mature greater than 0. And flag harvesting. Hang on. Set. Hang on. I think I may have came up with a solution here. So LArRE 255 seating sum. If this is 1, set greater than 0. Set greater than 0, R15, R15. This is just so I get rid of a -1. Maybe. Do I need to do that? Set greater than... It's difficult solely because LArRE moving is variable amount of time since difference distances. Yeah. Yeah, so that's at the very tippy top. So yeah, so I do my light control, then I do the export bin. Then at the top of the LArRE loop, I see if it's idle or not. If it's not idle, then I just skip it. So this will keep the loop flowing while it's moving, so it doesn't take that into consideration. Okay, what did I say? Seating. So at this point, R15 means it has seated. Set greater than. I don't. So, or flag harvest. So flag harvest is flag harvest or R15. Right here. There we go. So this, if seating, this will set the flag. And then here, mature equals 1. So it's mature. Set equal R14. R14. Where's R14? Oh, yeah, sorry. R15. Well, basically, R15, mature 1. So, mature... Yeah, set equal... 1. There we go. Jeez. They are really distracting me. So it'll be check back every 5 seconds if LArRE is idle. Kind of, in a way. I actually have a just 2 yields. Where are they? 2 yields. So it should be once a second, theoretically. But we'll see how that that goes. If I start burning my plants, then I'll have to adjust some timers. And I don't know. I really don't know how many clock cycles, so to speak, these instructions take. So mature 1 and mature 1 and flag harvest. There we go. So this will set the harvest flag and run the flag. There we go. Okay, so I haven't activated it. So in this case now, we know if flag harvest is set, then I need to activate. Otherwise, skip the plan. Yeah. Yep, okay. So here, we'll just go ahead and set LArRE activate equal to R14. Or flag harvest, actually. Let's do flag harvest. That would make much more sense. There we go. Check for harvest. Harvest. Continue harvesting. There we go. And we activate. Then at this point, if it's 0, we add station. Otherwise, we don't. So what we're going to do is branch. Yeah, branch greater than 0. Actually, flag harvest. Go back to main. And then we do increment. Add I station. Yeah, index station. +1, and then with set batch H LArRE setting is going to be iStation. There we go. That should move it on. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll work. And so yeah, so if it's not flag harvesting, then activate 0. And then we move on to the next one. I think this will work. There we go. I think that will work. Dare I try? Dare I try? Why don't I just go through the airlock? What's the temperature? We are very borderline on the temperature. Very borderline. Oh, I might not have to wear my suit. Let's check the far corners. Finally. Finally. Okay, where are we in the loop? We are 4 minutes in. Go. So let's give it a try. Do that, export. So this is going to reset the timer. Just fine. Okay, LArRE, where are you going? You should be going to here. No, nope, 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 nope. Okay. Well. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm assuming. Well, unfortunately, I can't read what I'm triggering, so what am I doing here? So, we obviously we did manage to go where we needed to go here, and we passed through branch not equal station seed. R15 is still the position. Yep, 0, 1, 2, 3. Let me. Setting 3. Okay, yep. Yep, okay. Okay, so stationing 3, so we definitely know that. So we are past the point here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So low batch slot occupied. Some. Branch greater than. Branch relative. Greater than 0. This should be going back here. So low batch slot occupied. Branch relative. Greater than 0. R15 greater than 0. 1, 2, 3. Why is it activated? I don't feel like it. Okay. What we're gonna do here is probably kill off my plants because of light damage. Okay. So the way I have this set up, it should not do anything once it gets there. Should just sit there, do nothing. Nope. Okay, so it's... okay. So it's activating. Go farming. So we know this worked because we went to first. Take a dump if needed. Technically, it could branch not equal. Not equal station dump. R15. 7. Branch relative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why did I... Wait a minute, did I have that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Okay, I think I might see what's going on here. My jump relatives are sucking. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, we'll see that. And I'll let this go for a while, probably. This should sit there and do nothing. If I did this right... So my branch relatives were all fricked up. Boom! My branch relatives were all fricked up. You know what? Actually, I guess let us go ahead and take that. Boom. Okay. Alright. We'll see. I can always turn them off. Well, that actually would error it out, I think. Although, technically, I could probably have a check. Should... Okay. Okay. Alright. That's... okay. Okay. Alright, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This needs to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had this one screwed up, but that's fine. Branch relative. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. I just want to make sure that I'm not cooking them. So they're going to lay there for a little while. But good. Good, 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 good. We made some progress so far. Okay, so... Oh, I'm so happy. Alright, let's, let's go. Nice. Alright. I gotta make a comment. One moment. Ah, jeez. Alright. I had to go talk to him on Discord there. There we go. Let's put that away. Go and get that. We're gonna do that, do that, do that. Okay. Alright, hash display, everything there. It's good. Okay. Ah! Keep picking that up. There we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw that back in there. Brown pipes, we've got enough of those. I think I'm done with those for now. There we go. Oh, yep. Let's put the transformers that I don't need back in here. The logic chips back. There we go. Okay, give it a second there. Walls. Need walls. Walls and plastic. Let's grab some plastic. Is that enough? That's not enough. Let's do that. And wall. I don't actually have any walls. Crazy. I don't have any walls. Wall. Okay, that's steel. There we go. 50? Only 30. Okay, I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I'm going to go grab some coffee. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. And I've got a mosquito bite on my elbow, and that sucks. So we got 17. You know what? That's fine. Gets me where I need to go for now, and... yeah, there we go. I think I might want to paint these green or something. I'm going to do some coloring here. Doot. Let's do that. I should put an interior door or something. Make it look something. Now I don't know if I could put some lights in here. That's another thought. Front pass-through. Oh, yeah, pass-through. And this is stairwell, no doors. I need to put some rails up. Works. I will color those later, because... can I... oh, I probably need to do some kind of other thing. How are we doing here? We're growing. Seeding -1. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, we gotta wait. A little bit. Make sure they're not yelling. Yeah. Okay, looking pretty good. What's in here? More LArRE. More LArRE rails. What's in here? Ooh, there we go. Okay. There we go. That'll do that. That should do good. And technically speaking, I could throw actually one of the corner station. No, we don't need no corner station. We need a straight station. And technically speaking, I could have it wrapped back if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to. Insert. There we go. We're good. Got our grow lights and everything. Okay. Now, in this case, I can... since I can't use the hash generator, I might just leave it as is for that. So that being said, oh, you know what? I just realized I need a centrifuge in this mess. Need a centrifuge. Need a centrifuge. Now, the problem is... I don't... yeah, I was gonna say... let's just do an electric centrifuge. Iron and copper. It's probably in here. There's copper. And There's wow. There we go. What's that? Interior door. Do that. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. Throw that there, because I don't necessarily need that at the moment. Same thing. Steel sheets, I think I'm done for now. Let's go ahead and drop off all the pipes. Water pipes. Water pipes are over here. Water pipes. That's not water pipes. Jeez. Guess put her there. Okay. Alright. Printed off my centrifuge. Thank you very much. Now print me off some doors. Okay. Now, speaking of, I need steel sheets. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, that's fun. I completely forgot I need a centrifuge in there. And I also need a computer with a sorter. I don't know. Oh, they only stick to 5. Cool. Ooh. Triangle. Okay, cool. Glass, door padded, padded thin. Well, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. Let's go turn on interior doors. Padded thin. Why does it feel like that's upside down or something? Glass door. I'm gonna put triangles here. Oh.
Hunger caution.
Well, that stinks. That stinks. Oh, that's literally it. Okay. I don't necessarily like the design. I mean, it's cool, there's a pass-through, but it's just so clunky looking. Huh. Fruiting, we're still going. Lights are off, that's good. How far off into the off state are we? So we reset at 900. No, we just hit it. Okay. Did I? I don't have the computer here. Do I have the computer? I do not have a computer around here. Is this a logic sorter or just a regular sorter? Fairly certain it's a regular. Recycler! Okay. Alright.
Hydration critical.
Okay. This is a negative 1000, or what? 1009. Sorter, regular sorter. 1009. Make sure that the logic sorter isn't 1009. Yes. Okay, so that's a regular sorter. Alright, so that does mean that I need to do a... So, let's see. Alright, Yeah, so that sorter is not going to do anything. So we got to get that out of there. Okay. Alright. So... da, 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 da. Okay. Let's pull this back because this is going to be helpful here. Let's rearrange this. Yes. Yep. There we go. Do that. Bam. 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 Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be enough for this centrifuge, but it does... Well, let's see. This, I could pull this. Let's... Angle grinder. Let's fling parts everywhere. Let's actually go in there for now. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Let's do that for now. I'm going to throw the sorter right there for now. Sheets. Well, of course I got more than that. Wrench. Pipe, and pipe. Let's pull this out. So we're going to need the centrifuge. Blocked by pipe, so I... I got the liquid pipes upstairs. Okay. There we go. I don't know where exactly this needs to go. Okay, so if I put the centrifuge right here, I can make that work. That's steel sheets. Do we wrench it or... Oh, we need to wrench it first and then we need to weld it. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Then we come out. That's where we would do the sorter. This is where we do the sorter. Ooh. Okay, let's snip snip. Let's do this. Go this way. Do this. There we go. Then we can do this. There we go. Now, pull that back out. That's the sorter. Yeah. Eat, drink, and be merry. Excuse me. that's okay. Eat, drink, be merry, right? Yeah. Eat, drink, be merry. That's that. This is the water purifier, which doesn't need to be here, actually. Oh, there's the fermenter. Fermenter. The input chute is on this side. Which we could actually put it right there. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Liquid pipe. Does it start this? Yeah. I'm gonna deconstruct this real quick. And then we'll go eat, drink, and be merry. Excuse me. And then pull this up and shoot out the... What? Okay. Okay, there's that. Pull these up. And we'll figure out where this is actually going to go. There we go. Maybe snippy. Water purifier is not what we want. Fermenter, right there. So the one that we want... Oh. Okay, we'll do that. So this will put into the fermenter. And then this will be my... So there we go, let's do that. I think that'll work. Okay. There's that. There's that. Oh, steel sheets. Steel sheets. There we go. That looks okay. Let's spit it out. Alright, so this is the junk. There we go. Okay, we'll do it that way. We'll do this. Okay. Do that. And then there's one more that needs to be laid down, I think. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's run, eat, drink, be merry. Okay. Slowly we're making some progress here on the temperature front. Eat, drink, be merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. And this can go away eventually. Yep, let's... I need to make a bread. Need to make a loaf. Okay. Oh, I already... Oh. Okay.
Hunger critical.
Do. There we go. it's because I'm okay. What do we need? 4 liters of water. Let's go ahead and turn this on, empty it out. Oh, we got some alcohol. There we go. Turn that off. How are we doing in here? 35 liters of water. This indicates that it's almost empty, but I think this is pulling out of here as we go. Okay. There we go. Let's do that. Boom! Alright. Okay. So there's that. And then it spits out, and then we've got the water purifier. Goes input here. Oh, darn it. How do I want to do this? We'll do that. We'll do that. Let's do that. Then. Okay. Let's do that. There we go. That looks like it'll work. There we go. This'll work. Okay. Oop, excuse me. You go there. All right. Now we can take the charcoal and shove it in the filter. Okay. There we go. So that's ready to go. I don't know if this has a power saving state. Where are we? Oh, alright. We're going to... Alright. Did I fix this code? I think I fixed the code and I just didn't write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think I might be able to get away with this and see what happens there. So, if this is correct, it's going to go right here. Grab seed. No! Went back to 0. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I know what's going on there. That's the overage check right here. Right here. So let's do this. Check for harvest, continue harvesting. It's right here. Let's put that down here. One, 2, 3. Right. Okay. Yeah, so if it's not idle, then we preload some variables. Oh. 15 occupied. Hang on. Occupied. Oh, that's 0. That's for hand. Okay, so let's do spin. Idle. Jump to main. Otherwise, we check Larry's hand for occupied. Okay, so we're pre-filling 14. Our 15 is... I feel like I'm missing something here. 15 should be the station, right? I feel like I'm forgetting to read Larry's station all of a sudden. Did I cut a wire? Station home set there. Larry, go farming. Okay, otherwise occupied some. That's preloading. So we don't have a load batch. H Larry. Oh, R15. Larry setting. Position X. Did I? No, it's right here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, why is... Huh? Why is that right there? That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Did I may have goofed that up. Because that's where this is. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's make sure that these are correct. So station home, 1, 2, 3, 4. Station dump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Station seed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then at this point, oh, so station seed, activate or move forward. Otherwise, okay. So this is the station seed. This is where we are. Okay, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So we reset. Return to home if beyond end of line. End of stations. End of station. End of trays. I don't know. Yeah. Otherwise, we check for occupancy. Branch relative greater than 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. Wait, hang on. Branch relative. If occupied is greater than. Wait, hang on. What's going on? I feel like something got goofed up here. So. If it is occupied, branch greater than 0, we jump to 3. Otherwise, so, wait a minute. What? I'm moving 2 things. That's the problem. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay. There. We set it to seed and jump to main. That's where that's supposed to be. There we go. Gotcha. I'm an idiot. Return to home if at the end of trays at this point. Otherwise, we're checking to see if it's occupied, if there's no seed. If there's no seed, we plant it. Branch greater than 0. Yeah, we skip. 1, 2, 3. We jump down to here. We check for harvest. Continue harvesting. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Okay, Larry, don't let me down. Okay, now we go back to here. Grab it. Thank you. Then we go back to station. Oh, you know what? I forgot how to actually plant. I forgot to actually plant. Okay. All right. New condition. New condition to watch for. We'll have to wait for another daylight cycle, though, so we don't cook the plants. But we at least grabbed the seed. I forgot we need to check if the hand is empty. Yeah, so I need to do that first. So, yeah, we'll finish writing this code and write a note to ourselves that next time we do this, we need to drop it off. So, whatever. Okay, so what we have here is okay. So, if it's occupied. If it's occupied, we skip this. We're going to leave it like that because we need to... R14 is, at this point, should be volatile. So let's load batch slot R14 Larry 0 occupied some. Okay. So if it is occupied, this will be 1, otherwise it's 0, so we could actually set batch Larry activate R14 branch greater than 0 R14 back to main. Otherwise, if it is 0, our hand is not occupied, we do need to go back to the station. So in this case, if it's occupied, we need to skip over this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will branch relatives 6. So if our hand is occupied... Oh, hang on. Yes, okay. So first, if it's occupied, we don't do this check. Otherwise, we're going to check if the hand is occupied. We'll activate if it has got something in it, so we're going to try and attempt to plant. And then we'll, if it's not, then we're going to the seed station to pick up. Okay, that'll work. What else? Yeah, so then the harvest, I gotta make sure. Filter prefab. So this is working, that's everything else is working. Okay, so I think this will work. The only thing that I don't have this checking at the moment is if the plant underneath it is dead and needs to be cleared. Would also be helpful to check if the maybe conditions for planting are all right. Because it wouldn't make sense to just repeatedly plant stuff if, and you know, like if the temperature's too high, too low, something like that. Oxygen concentrations too low. Not oxygen, CO2, nitrogen, that sort of thing. Gotta figure out how I want to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go. So we got Larry ready to go, so we need to install it. Yep, there we go. So install LArRE IC. New LArRE IC. Yeah, there we go. So as long as that maintains, we'll be good. Let me do another harvest of this because I'm going to need to remember I'm going to need more seeds. And I will have one more cycle of this. Will provide me with enough seed, I believe. So I think I just basically have 40 plants, and I only got 30 seeds in the system. But if I spend enough time farting around, it'll change. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. Eat, drink, be merry, take a shower, all that fun stuff. And call it a night. So, pretty boring one tonight, programming, but you can see the method of my madness. I was showered anyway. Okay. Before I... Oh, you know what? This will actually empty, so let's do that. That'll do all the fun stuff. Reapply that. You know, real quick, I think I've got a spare set of lockers. Let's grab the spare set of lockers. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Short locker. Don't need a short locker. I need a shelf. Locker small. Can I pressure regulator, all that? Cable straight cable, insulated cable. Wow, there's a bunch of crap in the way. About ready to put it on the wall. There we go. We're shelving it. We're shelving it. I'm gonna throw this in the. Put that in there. There we go. Bam. 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 That'll work. Yeah, so this this white pipeline is pressurized to there and to there. It doesn't have check valves. So that'll work. That'll worky. So with that, I would like to go ahead and thank everybody for watching and putting up with me, and we will we'll catch you next time.
Cognition